Our three boys were diagnosed with autism in 1994, and back then they were really the beginning group of kids that saw the increase and the rise in autism. So we didn't really have a lot of information about what to do every day. How are we supposed to handle this? How were we supposed to get to the grocery store? How are we supposed to teach them how to brush their teeth? And I have to say we spent a lot of time trying to figure out those pieces. I'd read books and they would tell us about the diagnosis and about the characteristics, and I'd close the book and I'd think, okay, but what do I do tomorrow when I'm trying to take the dry cleaning in and they're screaming in the car? So this book was really intended to look at autism from the very practical family side of it, of the things that work, the things that don't work, and hopefully some of the humor of trying to figure out all those little pieces that make life wonderful for a family. And it truly can be wonderful even with that diagnosis of autism. I've also had the opportunity to work as a professional in the autism world. As an autism consultant and a speaker, I spend the majority of my day interacting and working with the professional world and autism. Because I wear both hats, the hat of a family member, a mom, and the hat of a professional, I look at a lot of the interventions a little bit differently than others. I really think about whether it is going to be doable in a school setting or in a therapy setting. Is what is recommended practical? Is it something that anybody could understand and figure out how to do? So I also wrote this book as ways for professionals to have practical ideas on how to do the same things, how to make it work for that person with autism. And for the book was also written with the intent to share some of the experiences and give examples of how we see the characteristics of autism in the everyday life of the person. I think it's one thing to talk about a sensory integration disorder, and it's another to realize that that's what's happening when the child with autism walks into a department store and the Christmas music is playing and they can't stand Christmas music. And that's why the child is sitting on the floor crying and covering their ears.